Hello student, myself Vinod Panara and today we discuss some topic of property of steam of BME, that is basic mechanical engineering. So, so in property of steam chapter, first we discuss what is difference between steam and gas. Steam means vapor. So first we discuss difference between steam and gas. So first difference, in steam, it is state of substance in which evaporation is not completed from its liquid state. So it is the state of substance in which evaporation from its liquid state that is not completed. And in gas, it is state of substance in which there is a complete vaporization of liquid. So it is gaseous state. Second comparison, in steam, it does not obey Boyle's law, Charles law and combined gas law. It is also called characteristic gas law, and hence it is not perfect gas. But second comparison, in gas, it obey all gas law, Boyle's law, Charles law, combined gas law, all, and hence it is perfect gas. Third comparison, when the steam is cooled, it gets condensed. When steam is cooled, it condenses. But in gas, it remains in gaseous state at moderate pressure and temperature. Then, fourth comparison, specific volume of steam is less compared to gas and specific volume of gas is more compared to steam. So this is normal difference between steam and gas. Okay. Now we start with steam formation process. It means how steam form from water to wet steam, dry steam, superheated steam. These are various type of steam. Now, in first diagram, there is a one vessel in which we put water at 0 degree Celsius, and above water there is a one piston like arrangement. We apply pressure on that piston, and below vessel there is a heat energy supply. So water at 0 degree Celsius is of volume V0. Now heat energy supply to water, so its temperature increase from 0 to 10, 20, 30 up to saturation temperature. Now the saturation temperature is the temperature at which liquid boil or it converted into steam start. That we have to discuss later on. So when heat energy supply to the water, its temperature increase up to saturation temperature. So second diagram represent water at saturation temperature contained in vessel. Vf is specific volume of water at saturation temperature. Now again heat energy supply. So in third diagram, there is a wet steam and specific volume of wet steam is X into Vg. So when again heat is supplied, water at saturation temperature in second diagram is converted into steam, and this is a wet steam. So in third diagram, there is a wet steam. Okay. Now again heat supply. So wet steam converted into dry steam. In fourth diagram, there is a dry steam of specific volume Vg. Then again heat energy supply. So dry steam converted into superheated steam of volume V superheated in last diagram. So in first diagram, there is a water at 0 degree Celsius. In second diagram, water at saturation temperature. In third diagram, wet steam at saturation temperature. In fourth diagram, dry steam at saturation temperature. And in last diagram, superheated steam. And in this process, heat energy supply continuously. Okay. Now, this is TH diagram of steam formation process. T, temperature, and H, enthalpy. So in TH diagram, there is a 4 point A, B, C, and D. So at point A, there is a water of 0 degree Celsius, for example. Now heat energy supply to water, so its temperature increase up to point B, and at point B there is a water of saturation temperature. So heat energy supply during process A to B is sensible heat. It is represented in graph. And sensible heat, it is denoted by HF. Okay. Now again heat energy supply. So water converted into steam start, and at point small b, there is a wet steam. Wet steam means mixture of steam and water. So at point B, there is a wet steam, and again heat energy supply. So wet steam converted into dry steam, and at point C, there is a dry steam. Now again heat energy supply. So dry steam converted into superheated steam. So at point D, there is a superheated steam of temperature T superheated. So in enthalpy HF, that is sensible heat or enthalpy of liquid, HFG, that is enthalpy of evaporation, Hg, enthalpy of dry steam, and H superheated, enthalpy of superheated steam. At point A, there is a water at 0 degree Celsius. Now heat energy supply to water. So temperature of water increase up to point B, and at point B, there is a water of saturation temperature. Now heat energy supply during process 1 to 2 is sensible heat. It is denoted by HF, and it is also called enthalpy of liquid. Then now again heat energy supply. So conversion of water into steam start, and at point C, there is a dry steam at saturation temperature. And heat energy supply during 2-3 process is latent heat, that is HFG, or enthalpy of evaporation. Now first, what do you mean by sensible heat and latent heat? So sensible heat, when supplied to substance, its temperature increase but phase does not change. And when latent heat supplied to substance, its temperature remain constant and phase change. So during A to B, there is a sensible heat. During B to C, there is a latent heat. Now, in between point B and C, there is a wet steam. So in between point B and C, there is a wet steam. Now again heat energy supply. So dry steam converted into superheated steam, and at point D there is a superheated steam of temperature T superheated. So at point A there is a water at 0 degree Celsius. At point B there is a water of saturation temperature. At point C there is a dry steam of saturation temperature, and at point D there is a superheated steam of temperature T superheated. And heat energy during process A, B or 1, 2, it is sensible heat, and during process B, C or 2, 3 is latent heat. Now we discuss some definition. First one, saturation temperature. So the temperature at which water converted into steam start is called saturation temperature at a particular pressure. So saturation temperature is the temperature at which conversion of water into steam start. Then second, degree of superheat. So the difference between superheated temperature of steam and saturation temperature is called degree of superheat. So it is equal to T superheated minus T saturated. So it is difference between superheated temperature of steam and saturation temperature of steam. Then amount of superheat. It means the amount of heat energy supply to convert dry steam into superheated steam at particular pressure is called amount of superheat. So it is equal to CPS in bracket T superheated minus T saturation. What do you mean by CPS? Specific heat of superheated steam, and it is equal to 2.1 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. In this lecture, we discuss comparison between steam and gas, then steam formation process, and then we discuss some definition like saturation temperature, degree of superheat, and amount of superheat. Okay, thank you.